Oh, oh, get the money, dollar bill, chop, chop, chop. Get rules at rules dollar bill shop. We are back live with the most fresh LOS and the SOS, and I'm chilling here with the most known and the most dope. We on, and they about to come through with the comments. I'ma come and hit you with the kamikaze like a comet, hoping I don't get too much spit like a vomit. We are chilling, top billing, feeling like anytime soon. I guess I come through. What's her name? Tonay Marie. I hope that she is pleased to be on the podcast with ME. We don't give a FUCK for the fake or the cats that hate. Maybe just a little bit, cause then we could roast they shit. Tell me how close it gets to GOD with LOS and SOS, and it's so effing yes. And all these other effers is effing no. Shout out to the Steelers, they 11-0. It's to heaven we go, and to hell with you hoes.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, yo. I'm trying to put this onto my little ring light. Gonna have a difficult time here. Okay. Oh shit, I know why. I'm here. Just gotta. Get all this fancy shit, trying to be cool, and you know how to work it.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Jay Gleazy in the building. Mm-hmm. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Da, 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 love you.
Ooh, baby. Am I right?
You in there? You locked in?
Yeah, I'm gonna just hold it. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling.
You gonna make it? You gonna make it through?
I'm over it.
So okay, man. This is the SOS podcast, and I was hoping that you would bring the bird. I just
Yeah.
we got some people shopping through here. We got Hector Emmanuel. We got looks like Ruble. Am I saying that right? Robles Valdez building. I want to say. You got King Worthy now 12 in the building. I don't know where the now 12 is. Not out. What's the bird's name?
Being worthy. His name is Treasure. The
Uh,
funny part is I don't know if it's a boy or a girl for real. So
mm,
he gives me boy spirits. You
and
know, so I get boy energy. So
yeah, boy, energy from it.
yeah, for now it's a boy. But I think you got to get like a blood test for
Uh,
birds.
okay.
So
They said whenever they gave it to you, was it like unofficial? Somebody just put it in your hand, or
no, they put them in a box and then yeah, that's it. You really they put them in a box.
they just say, yo,
Put them in your car and buy all the other stuff you want to get for
any instructions that come with it, or just like just don't kill it?
them. I don't know. Birds are fascinating. You just take them as they go. They got crazy personalities, so it's really dope.
When I was younger, my sister had a bird, but we also had a cat, and then
Hmm.
but I didn't last too long.
Yeah, my granny had a bird since I've been young. She loves birds, so she
Mm-hmm.
had a big ass bird named Sam. I know he passed away. She got another bird, and then my big sister had a bird. So I was like, let me just try it out.
Mm.
Maybe it's something about him.
So how old is it? Is that an infant or what?
7 months.
7 months.
Hmm.
So he's been with you that long?
No, so I've only
Okay.
had him for maybe like a month and some change.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
some of the coolest things about it?
Um, just the way he picks up on habits.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's upset with me, like he turns his back. Like like right now, he's playing with my wig because he's not used to look at that. He's not used to me wearing the wig, so I think he's fascinated by the wig. But he's usually like on my shoulder, facing, the direction I'm facing, and he loves biting my nails.
Yeah.
So he's getting on my nerves now. He gets in attack mode and he gets mad and like he won't stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Um,
Well,
but
these
like yeah,
are what up, Marley? That's like the closest kin to like the T Rex or something like that, right?
what?
Birds, and
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
like
The
dinosaurs and
T-Rex?
stuff like that.
I don't know.
Nah, for sure. Like it's not. I'm not that.
I was about to say I don't know.
Nah, for sure.
In
Okay, we got Infinite Music Entertainment in the building.
the building. I'm
What?
fascinated about the bird.
Yeah, you're definitely the first guest to bring a pet. You know what I mean? And like we would, I guess you would have suspected a cat or a dog, but the bird it definitely adds some flair. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do people talk to you more respectfully when you walk in with a bird on your shoulder?
People just be like, they
You
don't
got
really notice it. They're like,
after
what the fuck?
vibes.
Yeah, they don't really notice it. But
Hmm.
people are fascinated because a lot of people don't have birds, or
Yeah.
people usually just put them in the house. But I'm gonna do him like a YouTube channel. I'm gonna do him a little Instagram page, and
Hmm.
I might do like my next freestyle. I might start freestyling with my bird at this point. But
Hopefully
birds are.
you do that.
Hmm?
Like, I mean, if you flipped it on some Pirates of the Caribbean shit, be like,
Yes, he likes Gatorade, so like I give him some Gatorade. He be like,
it'd be
sometimes he'll do it. Like he'll be excited, so he like start bobbing his head. So,
Tokyo in the building.
but he loves music though. So if I'm in the car and I'm playing music, so like when I first got him, I remember specifically I was playing Gibeon, and I
Mm-hmm.
love Gibeon, so he was loud in the car. So yeah, like I just get the music, I turn it up, and he makes a lot of noise. So I feel like he's singing.
Yeah.
So I really want him to kind of get into that, see if he's into like rhythm and stuff like that in music. Um, and then I don't know, he's just cool. Oh, and they can say up to 5 to 8 phrases. Right now, he can't say anything yet, but I just try to say positive things to him. So
Positive.
yeah, so I'll be like, I love you, or I'll be like, namaste, or I say treasure, um, I love you. So I just try to get him to say positive things. I
Mm-hmm.
want him to be positive. My granny had a bird and he was mean, so he's the cuss. So I
Mm.
want my bird to be, like super dope and positive, and you know.
There are literally no limits to what the SOS podcast will bring weekly basis. So do not expect a bird. That might have that's a whole niche. Like that's a whole niche market. I mean, how long do birds live? You probably have to go through a couple birds.
um, I just dang, what the dude tell me? I just met a dude who told me he had a bird for 16 years.
But
Mm-hmm. And
16,
he's
so
gonna get bigger. He's still considered a baby. Look, he hates my nail. Well, he loves my nails, but he hates them at the same time.
it's a love hate relationship.
Yeah. Ow! See, hit my finger.
Damn.
He's being bad.
Yeah, get
Yeah, he
spousal
mad. He mad.
get spousal abuse for y'all situation.
I'm telling you. He's still a baby though, so he still got certain things. You can train birds. Like you can train birds to do a lot of stuff. So he just need a lot of training. He's still a baby.
Right, right.
Yeah, like my nails, I've been making him mad.
So there's a way to train it. You like an obedience type thing.
So I watched this one video and they were doing like clicks and stuff. So like whenever you do stuff for him, it'd be a click. Every time I move my hands, he sees my nails. That's how
Mm-hmm.
sharp his eyesight is. My hands is like all the way to my side. And he
Mm-hmm.
see me moving my nails, like moving my hands. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's I saying? I was
Yeah,
saying something about my bird.
yeah, like the cool bird lady from what's it called? Home Alone. Yeah. And then
That's funny.
you gotta like rescue kids that get lost in the city.
Like he's that way. He's that way. I would. He's low key annoying too sometimes. So
Yeah, I could imagine. I'm not an animal person, so I know a bird would definitely drive me bonkers.
yeah,
So he
he can be very like he's
he
being
just
bad right now. Like he just came and bit me for no reason.
he being antisocial now.
Yeah. So this is the thing about birds too. So they don't like neglect, right? So when I leave him in a cage for a long time, he gets really upset. Like I said, he turned his back on me. He don't face me, and
Mm,
he just like he don't like give me no kind of response just
mm,
because he ain't had no interaction. But when
mm.
he get bad, I get mad, so I just throw him in the cage. So I be like, nah, go for real.
Birds, man. Aviation, like you got to do like an aviation. Yeah, man. Like what's the name of it? So I guess Treasure. What you call it the podcast? I mean, the YouTube channel.
Treasure, yeah,
Treasure, Hunt, something like that.
treasure hunt.
Treasure's Hunt.
Well, hopefully by then he'll be a little more trained and stuff. So I want to show him off. Like you can't just start a whole show and ain't got nothing to show nobody. Like okay,
Yeah,
right? He got to do some cool shit. So we gonna figure it out. Call what? Flows and birds.
we gotta work on that title, most dope. Gotta work on that title a
I'm
little.
gonna just keep him as long as he don't bite me. Oh, and my sister got a guinea pig. So let me see. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see. He be running, so hold on. Oh, he might have ran already. Oh, he did. Okay. Um, he ran in there when he heard me, so never mind.
Yeah. Got a whole page to do, man, on the SOS podcast.
Yeah, we got a bully downstairs.
What's the book?
A bully?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Not feeling too good today. Let me see. Yeah.
Uh,
Ooh,
Eesh.
oh yeah.
How old is this dog?
13 months.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Eesh.
Looking at me like that. Yeah, so we in here. Over it. All right. So we in here.
In there, in the mix, man. Wait, it's Tonay, right? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that right.
Free.
Tonay Marie. Is that a given name or is that a name that you armed yourself with?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Yeah, okay, that's a cool name, then.
Yeah. So the other day I was talking to somebody and they was thinking about giving me like a little alter ego name. You
What's
know,
that?
I never gave myself like an alter ego for my rapping and my singing. So
Mm,
I like hard body nay.
hard body name.
Hard body nay.
Oh, yeah, I like
And,
that. Sound like you got to be from New Orleans to be hard body native.
I gotta be. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you got to kind of come a little. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, like you gotta like. And another bird. Oh, yeah, yeah, man. Like, hey, got that bird, 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 bird. Yeah, man. And this bird just flopping everywhere.
Just flopping.
But I
I love
like
her.
Honey Nate. Do you consider yourself like a now would you like obviously you rap? Would that have to be like hardcore rap at that point?
Hard. You think hard body Nate would have to be hardcore?
Or at least kind of like, yeah, man, like the vibe, like the vibe of your lyrics would have to be kind of on some unfuckwittable. Like people would have to definitely know that you're not here to, you didn't come to play.
Oh, for sure. I would honestly say my rapping is a little more on my aggressive side.
Hmm.
So, yeah, for sure. I got some dope stuff, but a lot of my favorite artists are, Andre 3000. I love Erica Badu and I love Tupac, and I'm more of a poetic type, I would say. So I have a lot of substance in my raps as well. So, um,
But yeah, man, that's evident from even like the record that we used for the promo. I didn't get, I forgot what I hesitate. I like that.
hesitation.
Yeah, I like that. I like that record.
Yeah, a lot
Like,
of people don't even know. They didn't even heard that song, or they
yeah,
surprised.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So let's talk about your artistry a little bit. Like, I don't want to be too cliche, but how did you get started, and when did you kind of find your voice?
So I've been doing music all my life. I kind of just was always singing, and my great grandmother. I was real young. I was probably like 5, 6 years old or whatever. I used to live with my granny, and she was taking care of her mom. So I used to always sing like the preacher's daughter, because it's called the preacher's daughter. I used to always sing that cassette tape to my great grandmother all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
my granny had something when I was younger. I said I wanted to be a singer, which is crazy because I love music, but I didn't really know that I really wanted to be a singer. You know what I mean? Like that's just something all kids want to be.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, as I got older, I was still doing music. So I was singing in church. Um, Even like in high school, I was doing like more poetry and stuff like that. But when I was like 17, I recorded my first song with some of my best friends. And when I joined the army at 18, and then I was still doing music, but it was just a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And then like maybe 2015, around 2014, 15-ish, I was stationed in South Carolina in 2014. I probably met my old manager probably at the end of that year or so, or
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of 2015. But either way, it was just for modeling.
Yeah.
Then kind of 2016, I kind of came out and was like, hey, I think I want to like do my music now. So I just
Mm-hmm.
started doing music. So he started managing me doing both.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of went from there, and I just started taking myself serious. I started doing a lot of stuff and promo and events and performing. I started performing and stuff in South Carolina. And then um, when I moved to Texas, I actually dropped my first. By the time I got to Texas, I wasn't really working with my old management anymore. So I dropped my first actual single 2018, and then 2019 I think I dropped one or two, and then 2020 I dropped one. Well, I dropped two this year, one last year, and then one 2018, I think.
Oh, so these said he was all singles.
Yeah, all singles. So I got four singles. I got intro. I'll start with hesitation. So hesitation, when you heard, is
Mm-hmm.
more of a pop vibe. It's kind of like a pop hip
Yeah,
hop type
I
vibe.
like that. I like that vibe. Yeah.
And I'm really singing on that one. Kind of like singing, talking really.
Mm-hmm.
On PSA is a strip club song. So that was my strip club banger I had,
Mm-hmm.
featuring an artist named Lord A from Killeen, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Then my third one was intro, which was more of a not just Black Lives Matter, but just like Black People Matter type
Mm-hmm.
popular shit, like We Here type shit. You know what I'm saying? A very pro Black song.
On some
And
Beyonce,
then, huh?
on some Beyonce type vibe, or
Um, yeah, I think you just have to hear it. I think it has like a Texas type swing to it as well.
mm-hmm.
Um, just by the beat. So it's some shit you can really ride to. It's not like overpowering Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter, but it's like, Poppy shit, little baby, it's your intro. Show them you been working, customers been coming in, though. Show them
Hey,
you the shit, your melanin like Kama Sutra. Give you
hey,
something to 'em. Amen, hallelujah, hallelujah. So,
ooh, I
like,
like
if you hear
that.
it, when you hear the little beat, you hear how it goes. I don't know, just the way it break down.
Get out.
Everybody describe it, and some like, damn, I did not know it was gonna turn out like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it should
Yeah.
just surprise everybody. It's really dope.
You should
Um,
do to it.
huh?
You do a video.
Oh, for sure. The video, I want to do more of a production.
Yeah.
I want to do a production. So,
Advice.
huh?
I give you some advice.
Yeah.
Just do it.
You might just do it.
If you overthink it, like I want to do a production and this and that, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. 9 times out of 10, the stuff that I do, that I produce, that I be like on some, yo, I gotta put so much time and energy into it. The
Mm-hmm.
response is so whack. But when I just post some stuff and it's just posted for the energy and just, you know what I mean? Like you just make sure that you keep the energy cool. It always gets a much better response. You know what I mean? So you like try not don't overthink it. Just throw it out. You know what I mean? Because I'm like just me listening to if that was the hook that you were spitting to me, then that's
Mm-hmm.
what I want. You know what I mean? People not going. You know what I mean? Like people just want that energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really don't care how could you put it in. You know what I mean?
Um, the one that I have right now, um, Eat It is my latest single, but that one is a collab with another artist named Taylor Banks. She's from Mississippi. And
Yeah.
I don't know, everybody's telling me to push that one. So I recently just did some performances with the
Mhm.
Coalition DJs of Atlanta, Philly, DMV,
Mhm.
um, who else? South Carolina. I haven't done South Carolina yet. But basically, all those DJs are, in line in tune with each other, and they have a database where you can put your music in all the DJs database, and it can all play you, what I'm saying, wherever, whether they're in the clubs or whatever. You just basically be a part of their playlist.
Yeah,
Or
I'm familiar with them, but break it down for our audience.
for what? Which one?
For our audience, break it down. The coalition thing and how you got involved with the DJ coalition.
Oh, for sure. So basically, any artist that's really looking to be critiqued by music execs, A&Rs, DJs, record labels. You never know who's going to be there. You have people from blogs, podcasts, and they all come through, and everybody has to say so whether or not they can play your track in their clubs or at their events, or add it to their playlist. Period. And they'll critique you on three best songs. You'll give them three songs. You perform all three back to back. You don't get to perform all of them throughout. You know what I'm saying? But they'll eventually stop and mix to the next song. But you give them three your tracks you think that's the hottest, and they'll let you know, like, hey, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, or even just your just developmental, like artist development type advice. You know what I'm saying? So your stage presence. I couldn't hear you on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like no lip singing. We want to hear you. you did or you did not have enough energy. Making eye contact, all that stuff matters. So any artist looking to do that, honestly, just send me a DM and I'll let you know how to do it. I've already had artists hit me up about it, so good luck to y'all. And then yeah, so it's dope. It's about a good $300 or so. So it's
40
just
gang
a situation.
bricks.
Huh?
I'm just shouting out the leader of 40 gang in the building. Bricks baby down there throwing up the Los the Ghost for me. But yeah, that's what they call me out here in these streets, Los the Ghost. But yeah, nah, I think it's dope that you was able to experience that. I've been hat to them for a minute, so I'm glad you was able to break it down for our audience one time. So what's like the trajectory? Like, what's the future of Tonay Marie? Like, what are you hoping to do? What's the, I guess, like, what is some of the milestones that you're hoping to hit, in the near future with your music?
So right now I'm actually working on a EP,
Mm-hmm.
a good 7 tracks. So I
Mm-hmm.
got an EP that's gonna be coming out. I want to push it at the beginning of the year. Um, and just honestly, long term, I want to write for artists. I love writing music. I'm a songwriter, so like the style that I come out with when I do my music, I want people to know that I can do more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got this, but uh, God willing, you know what I'm saying? Beyond, I'm writing a song for Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing a song for Rihanna. So that's the long term goal. But for right now, I do have a project coming out, and it'll be my first,
What you
actual
going next?
EP.
DJ Yes.
Um, I don't even know yet. I wanted to something with phases. Something with phases.
So I was about to call you back. Will you click over for him real quick?
I'm doing the podcast right now.
Oh, you're in the podcast. My bad.
We giving you raw, unfiltered, uncut.
I'm telling you, they was blowing my phone up too. Tell her to answer. I'm clearly not answering for a reason.
See, I see it. Uh, yeah, I gotta make sure I tell my people that I'm busy while I'm doing this. You know what I mean? But what's like your recording process? Like, where you got any like home engineers or home producers that you're working with?
Right now I got a producer engineer named Nino. And I got really good with him from one of my best friends. He's also an artist, so
Mm-hmm.
he pretty much put me on everybody that he deals with. So I've been working with so many different people.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else just came in there. His name is Stokes.
Mm-hmm.
He's still in here or not, but I'm hoping to work with him soon. Um, he co-produced for Summer Walker and all that kind of stuff. So for her last project, so I really hope to work with him as well. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, I'm barely making working with Nino. He's just creating all my beats from scratch right now. So I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much got the music. Right now, we're just putting the beats, together.
So
So
any of the singles gonna make it to the project, or are you making all new stuff for the project?
um, that's a good question. I would love to throw Hesitation on there.
Mm-hmm.
But Hesitation was um the person with the beat. It was kind of tricky with the person with the beat and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not too really pressed about it because it's just a single.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a bunch of new shit. I don't think I want to put anything else on here, but at least two of the songs I want to make singles at the beginning of the year as well,
How
and
do
have a video.
you making records?
Yeah, for sure.
No,
You said,
that yeah. How you go about making records?
um, honestly, it's a process because
What's up, Help O'Shea?
for me, I like to put a storyline, together.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that um, I always want to make sure my first album I put out is very just thought out and methodical when it comes to the placement of the songs. So I try to tell like a story. So I find songs for me. I find songs that um, just kind of like make sense and like just telling a story down the line, and that can lead up to my next album. So that's how I kind of um, create my projects and how I want my videos to be. I want videos. I know it's a lot. Everybody A long time ago, we'll have a video to all my songs. To be honest, just how Beyonce used to do, just have like a deluxe version, pretty much. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just want to tell stories. I'm even into all that. When R. Kelly did "Trap in the Closet," I like shit like that. Like I want a series of shit, that just leads to
Mm-hmm.
shit, and then from there you just never know where it's gonna go. So.
When when whenever you start to make a record, do you come up with the lyrics first? Do you already have like the whole skeleton of the song planned out, and then you get a beat, or do you get the beat first?
Um, I do honestly. I do it all. It just depends. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I can just be in the car and think of something dope, and I just write it down in my notes
Mm-hmm.
later. It's something that gave me that idea. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got the lyrics already, and I'll just throw it to a beat that I like. Or sometimes I hear the beat and I just write the lyrics. So I have plenty methods that you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How often do you use that recorder app on your phone?
No, I've never used it. To be honest,
Oh man, you got to get with that.
I've never used it, and it's crazy because I just had a song the other day. I was going through um the tracks, all the songs that I wanted to use
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago, and there was a song I was trying to sing, and I was like, "Yo, I forgot the melody," and I know it was fire because I remember like when I heard the beat, I was like, "Let me write this down before I forget."
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading lyrics, I'm trying to get the melody. I could not figure out to save my life. So yeah, it's very important to do stuff like that for sure.
Yeah, man. I'll be in my car, man, like wearing that recorder joint out. Like if I go back on my log of just like how many things I done recorded, man, it's like crazy. Like it's hefty. You know what I mean? Like I could probably make a project on some whole like lost tape stuff of just all those recordings that I got. You know what I mean? Just like put out mad acapellas or some shit like that. My man Marley says that's the worst feeling when you lose a song that you thought was dope.
Yeah, I'll be feeling like all my music dope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah,
Kanye.
yeah. But to be honest though, like what you do is like you get a song right, you like, man, I think this is dope. You get a couple people to listen to it. When they like, hey, that usually be the vibe that I get every time. So I'd be like, I'm in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? When everybody fucking with it, even
Mm-hmm.
if I'd be like, hey, I don't usually listen to slow songs, but yo, that shit go hard. You know what I'm
So
saying?
none of your friends talked over none of your songs that you ever tried to play.
Never. I've had like that one go, but man, you can do better. You know what I'm saying? Like on some that go, but work on that just a little bit. Now you got it. And for me, that's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So my challenge is to make sure that everybody fucking with it. So I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And I go back and fix it or work on it. And sometimes I get bored with beats and I don't even go back. So
Mm-hmm.
it depends. It's always a mood. It's always a mood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what's been holding you back from like getting the whole project done in the past 2 years?
The past 2 years. So I was in the military. I just got out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what was really holding me back, which is really no excuse for real. But um, the military was my primary job. You know what I'm saying? I told myself that when I got out, I wanted to do music as a profession. So I just got out in June. I just moved to Atlanta in August. And so I kind of just been trying to find my way. And then it hasn't been long. So in a few months, and now I'm finna work on my first project. So.
Word. So you were talking about some of your favorite artists. You mentioned Andre 3000, Erica Badu. What's like one of your favorite Erica Badu albums or songs that really like resonate with you?
Baduism. I love all her stuff, but Baduism is where she started. That's where people heard and discovered Erica Badu. I'm in love with it. All of that still bop to me, no matter how old it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
So how in what ways and what type of stuff do you borrow from her?
um, to me, she's like I call her like the portal to our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to take her like her ideologies, like just how she looks at life, how peaceful she is, how graceful she is, you know what I'm saying? But still to be like, nigga, what? Like, so I'll take pieces of I would say more of like what I get from her personality and stuff like that. Um I take those things and I just think that I don't know. I just think she's so amazing. She's so dope, and she allowed you to be yourself. And that's I feel like I can be myself when I write music. So I just like to make music that resonate with each other. To be honest, and yeah, that's the mother. I don't know. Other artists, I would say Andre 3000. I would take more of his lyrical content, right? So he has substance. He talk about shit that matter, but like he twisted up in a way that like if you listening to him, you feel him, but you might have to go back and listen to it again and be like, yo, what that nigga just say? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. I love that element of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Tupac, he's a poet, and I've always just done poetry. He's just smooth like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
love flashing words. Same thing, Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So I also love Frank Ocean. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just as a writer, like I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
As a writer. So um, I would just say I just from all of these artists, I really just take the freedom of being able to express yourself in the way that feels right to you and not having to put it to a certain standard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. So, you said you wanted to make a narrative. What do you think the narrative of the EP will be about?
Um, the shit I need to let go. So, I would say love for the most part. I pretty much let that go, but I haven't had a project about it though. You know what I'm saying? So, it's pretty much me letting go of a pretty much kind of on and off 10-year relationship that I had with my ex. So, um, it's just a whole lot of emotion and, I'm ready to release it. So that's what that one more so is about. But something that all women can resonate with, but
Yeah.
still understand my side of the story or my response, you know. So
Yeah, I'm actually working on a project like that myself. And it's a beast because one of the things that I ran into, and me and you both have different minds, so I'm not saying that this is something that you'll experience, but one of the things that I ran into was as I wrote, as I was writing the album or as I'm producing the album, I keep thinking of more shit that happened.
mm,
And it's like not ending, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I forgot this shit happened too. Let me
you like, what the did this too? I'm gonna put that one in there for real.
So, like
No,
it's kind of keeps becoming kind of like a living project. I gotta kind of put an exclamation point on it at some point. You know what I mean? But you know how it is when you're an artist. You're never really satisfied with nothing. Nothing's ever
ev-
really. How do you get to a point where you're satisfied with music or
um,
the music that you're making?
I I just gotta stop.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm just doing too much. I'm just like, hey, what you think? Hey, it's not really finished yet. Like I'm talking too much when I present the song. I'm like, hey, my best friend told me that this morning. He was like, yo, like you was like, hey, I want you to hear the song, and I'm ready for you to play the song, but you like, oh, well, the hook supposed to go like this for real, but it's really supposed to go like that. He like, man, play the damn song. It's
Right.
I'm critiquing myself so much. I'm like I want them to feel what I got in my head. It's just not complete yet. So I'm just giving you what
Mm-hmm.
I got, but I'm trying to get you to understand. So, I'm a really bad, critiquer on myself
Right. Right.
for sure.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what you end up coming up with. Like from some of the records that I heard, definitely the talent is definitely there. So I guess it's just a matter of you manifesting everything. So you said that you recently moved to Atlanta. When I
Yeah.
was in Atlanta about a month ago, maybe, um, we went to this place. It was a sports bar, and when we was there, these girls like basically the way that the atmosphere was set up was like, well, I guess maybe I should preface it by saying this. When I was in Atlanta, it seemed like it was really conducive to like urban like culture, or just like black culture in general. You know what I mean? Like I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm at now, right? And up here, it's like really tailored to Caucasians. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of like excuse yourself for being black a lot. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of your blackness can't really slip out. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're causing a disturbance and shit. But when I was in Atlanta, I felt so comfortable being black because like it just seemed like it was set up to be, for you to enjoy your culture the way you choose. So we was at the sports bar, and it was just like I said, like, I mean, like, just, just a very comfortable black vibe. And they was playing like the Throw Baby record and Juvenile and all these crazy, I mean, like everything, all the like dope songs that's popping right now, all the Lil Baby and all that, you know what I mean? And like people would jump up and start twerking and stuff like that. And so from my experience being in Atlanta, I'm like, oh, this is just acceptable. Like you could just do you. But then I just saw this video. Did you see that video?
Oh, the black dude who didn't want the people twerking
Yeah.
his.
So I'm just like, I don't know. Are you from Atlanta, or are you just kind of going moving there?
No, so Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
But I think that I get it. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
work for what they want, right? So if you're saying that you have a fancy restaurant, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be, it is the atmosphere that you provide that brings the people to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think that that's what he was maybe trying to convey. But
Mm-hmm.
there are people that did find it offensive because, hey, we like this place. We're having a good time. We turn up. You know what I'm saying? So um, I don't know how to feel about that video. I can't say that he's completely wrong, but and I can't say that the people are wrong for having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I could say, as black people, we live in the moments. You know what I'm saying? So we do that. We turn up. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just it is a part of our culture, I think, to be so joyous and joyful about things. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. I think like you said, like but then again, it's like I don't know if that place was in Atlanta, from that video. But are you aware? Do you know if it was in Atlanta or not?
mm-mm.
So I don't, like I said, I just know when I was in Atlanta, and maybe I just assume that that's just how it is in certain places of the South where, it's like more comfortable. You could be more comfortable being black, but I don't know. Like I guess it's like hard because like, but you can't put a no twerking sound on the door. I guess in his mind, he said it was in Dallas, so maybe that's the difference too. I just remember just being in Atlanta. We was at a normal sports bar, but like I said, they was playing like all the vibe music, and girls
But also,
would get up and just start twerking, and it wasn't like a club or a strip club or nothing like that. It was just they just was doing their thing. You know what I mean?
but Atlanta, I would say Atlanta has a lot of like date parties. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
every place I go to in Atlanta, I feel like it's a party.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a restaurant, everything is like a party though. It's always something going on. It's always crowded. It's always packed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, probably. I wouldn't even say that because even when I lived in Texas, I used to go to a place called the Domain in Austin, and we used to always turn up.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a a white people type vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I I think it just depends on the people around, and some people, just the some people that are offended, could ruin the whole moment. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you can even hear, like, so when he gets done with his speech, you can hear somebody in the audience or in the crowd say, well, don't play that music then. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I feel you, but like, I don't know, like me being from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we kind of used to buttoning up and not being as black in places, you know what I mean? Like, let me pull my hair back so I don't offend these hunkies, you know what I mean? Like, so just because we got to move covertly so that we don't have more negative stuff pop off, you know what I mean? Like,
Which
that's
is
just what Pittsburgh is, you know what I mean? Like, but in Atlanta, it seemed like it was different than that. My brother saying this in Dallas kind of does add some I mean some different perspective to the story. But yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if you saw that video, what your response to that would be.
to the St. We about the one at the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
I Yeah, like I said, I don't know because I feel like I don't know what kind of conversation we would have to have. Like, would I have to explain to him that we were just having a good time? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that would have had to play out. You know what I'm
If you
saying?
was the manager, would you try to pull his coat and be like, maybe that's not the look, or
I think that he lost his cool. So, I was in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, regardless of what happens, I'm really big on customer service. I did it in the military. So I did logistics. So as a logistician, I pretty much work for the commander, right? Of the company. The commander is in charge of the whole company and everybody in the company, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
equipment, that's personnel, all kind of shit. So I'm pretty much like his right hand man when it comes to shit that needs to be done for the company. So I provide everything for the company, right? So
Mm-hmm.
kind of like what we call the plug. I'm the plug,
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I get stuff for training. I get stuff for that's food and um vehicles, weapons, all kind of shit, right? So there's 10 classifications of things that I would deal with. And the last one is really miscellaneous, so it could really be anything. So I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much deal with anything. But no matter what, like I used to be stressed out all the time because I was in charge of my shop and I had people that work for me. So even still, like I would have times, just even in my immaturities, right, where I would get really upset and go off on everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's not always a successful response. You know what I'm saying? So my job is customer service. I have to learn how to deal with all of these people. You know what I'm saying? And still get my job done. So I've in the army has taught me to deal with people that I do not like and cannot stand. But
Mm-hmm.
um I'm mad he slid down my hair. But at the end of the day, I get the done. You know. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have went off. I wouldn't have lost my cool. I would have been able to explain it, especially as a black person. I feel like when you black, like I'm black, I should be able to explain shit to black people.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in dysfunction. Even if it was a dysfunctional situation, I'm pretty sure I would have known how to react to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta know how to react to shit. That's all.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have done no shit like that.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, that was ill. So, I want to ask you too, man. Are you aware of some of the hip hop Grammy nominations?
You talking about who we talking about?
So this year nominated for a Grammy, we got Royce the 5'9", we got Nas's album. Trying to think of who else. Uh, man, there's just like a lot of dope albums that are nominated. The top five like hip hop albums are like really, really, really dope albums. You know what I mean? Like the Allegory by Royce the 5'9", Nas's album, The King's Disease. We got Freddie Gibbs' album is nominated. And so I just want to kind of ask you, like, do you think that that is something that is they're doing to just kind of pacify us in this high political season where like a lot of Black Lives Matter is cool right now, or do you think that this is kind of going to be trending in a way where like like just quality music is starting to break is making a comeback?
Um, I don't know. I feel like history always resurfaces itself, so um, I do think that good music could come. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
resurface again because that's just what history does. A lot of music that we do now, dances we do now, shit
Mm-hmm.
old. That shit just come back and resurface. You know what I'm saying? Bell bottoms became cool again. Wearing big clothes became cool again instead of wearing tight clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like it all repeats itself. So I think I think it's always going to be potential in it. But I do think there is because there is politics and that shit does exist.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we always gonna be drug in the mud when it comes to that. And I don't know if I be believing all the numbers and all the stuff and the albums and I don't really know. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like being on the numbers be confusing me. The votes and nominations and all that stuff sometimes be confusing me because
Yeah.
I ain't heard the Nas album.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean,
It's critically acclaimed. To be honest, like the thing that's crazy is, for somebody like me who's like in the know when it comes to like that type of like wave of music that's like that they're like for those slate of albums that are nominated, like all of those albums are pretty much like critically acclaimed albums that like what I mean, like some dope ass shit. You know what I mean? In a year where You know what I mean? Like there could have been other albums nominated. You know what I mean? Like, and I think like when you come from a history of Macklemore winning over Kendrick Lamar, or Eminem pretty much taking every album. You know what I mean? Like every best rap album home. You know what I mean? Like it kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth when you think about like who is at the helm of nominating.
Right. So I'm saying, like, who is this? Who are
Yeah.
the critics? Who are the critics here?
So
Like,
I'm wondering if like if they made a conscious effort to like make sure that representation, I mean, was really focused on so that we could get some serious nominations this year. You know what I mean? Instead of it just being like a panel of hip hop experts who just kind of looked at the numbers and decided who would be nominated. You know what I mean?
hmm
But then again, like you got those people who kind of like be on the fence, like, oh, now they want to appeal to us because it's marketable and it's profitable to, you know what I mean, to be conscious of Black culture this year. You know what I mean?
no, it's true. It
Yeah.
it is it is and it is marketable. That's just like uh, what was the Black Lives Matter GoFundMe thing or whatever? You know, it was owned by a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is very profitable. You know what I'm saying? That's why church is profitable. You get people hopes up. You're telling people what they want to hear, and you know what I'm saying? Then boom, you got a business. If you got enough people to buy into it, then boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely Black culture has influenced a lot of things, and Black culture sells a lot. That's why there's so many Black influencers now that's
Mm-hmm.
really coming up, because the white people like us too, and the Asian people like us too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's profitable, it's marketable. We
So,
are.
with your artistry, is that going to be something that is going to kind of, I don't know, drive your motivation? Like, would you want to be do you care? Would you care about Grammy nominations or Billboard positioning, or you know what I mean, things like that? Or are you more focused on legacy as far as your art?
Um, it's definitely my legacy as far as my art. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because that just goes back to, that can go to mainstream and underground. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what that is. You know, mainstream is more all that, all that stuff, all the Grammys and all that big stuff. You know, it's nice for, I would say, the underdogs, people who really don't want to see us win. I would say it's nice to see that um, one of those people at the top. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. I feel like music now, just because it's so accessible now, you know, it's just really just not the same too much anymore to me. There is like music that I like, as far as like younger artists that I do like. Um, but I think it's more so because it's really catchy. Nobody's really lyrical to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't really get that from a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just changed.
Yeah.
It's just changed. It's like anybody now can just, it's like everybody's just doing it now. Even influencers that were around for a long time, they just doing music too now. So like, it's crazy. It's like, are people doing music because like they really love music? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like us, like we always wanted this shit. You know what I mean? If you grow up
Mm-hmm.
doing this shit, you always want to see yourself up there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you feel like you just as good as the people that's already in the game. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I just see a lot of people, and you know, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just talking bad on people, because I feel like everybody get their chance to shine whether they're good or not. You know what I'm saying? So, right place, right time, and it happened. But I'm ready to see like some real music, some real artists. Um, it's just a whole lot of stripper music, and I'm guilty of it because I got songs that's like that too. My song "Eat It" that I just put out, everybody wants me to push that one the most. You know what I'm saying? And I really only wanted to do the song out of relevancy, but I'm over here like, hey, I really want to push intro because it's about Black people and Black culture. You know what I'm saying? But nobody will hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Like, nobody will hear that shit. They want to hear "Eat It." They want to see the video where I got the ass and the titties out. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
The
don't know. I
catch
feel like,
too.
Huh?
It's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. I feel like as an artist, you are the trend. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as an artist, whatever I come out with is a trend. Why should I come rapping about the same shit everybody else rapping about when I got some shit I gotta say and I want to say it the way I want to say it and express it the way I want to express it, and then you're telling me, yeah, but in order to do that, you need to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that hurts your pride as an artist, to be honest. So I just people should be free with their music for real. I should be able to express myself however I feel, and then the people who follow me, you know what I'm saying? Then that becomes a trend. We can't be hot girl summer forever. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go back to the
Yeah. I feel like there's a common place for everything. You know what I mean? And I feel like everything could coexist together too.
absolutely.
When it get oversaturated, like what really ends up happening is we got too many people afraid to be original. So it's like if you got the people that's making Hot Girl Summer and that's their original, that's their true self, then that's okay for them. But I feel like anybody that's coming up under them trying to catch a wave, that's when they get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, let whoever's making Hot Girl Summer do them and you do you, and everything will work out fine. You know what I mean? But and then again, it's crazy because like my man Royce the 5'9" was saying, like you'll be working so hard to try to make you to ride the wave of Hot Girl Summer, and what you don't realize is they're working on next year's sound right now.
Right. Real shit.
Now you're gonna be forever chasing trends, like
Mm-hmm.
instead of just doing you. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah. What's what's something you want the people to know before we bounce out here? We got about 5 more minutes.
Hey, I just want people to know that you are important. You are valuable. You don't need nobody's validation. Do what make you happy. Do what feels right. You only live once, and tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm saying? So, just peace and light and blessings. That's what I always gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Where can
uh,
people?
make sure y'all hit me up. Um, for any business, you can hit me up at sheistonaymarie@gmail.com. You already know my Instagram. She is Tonay Marie. My Facebook is Tonay Marie. My Twitter is Tonay Marie. My Snapchat, I do what I want 000. And my music is on all music platforms. So Tidal, Apple, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube. Look me up, Tonay Marie.
What's the feature price?
You say what's the feature price?
Yeah.
Oh, hit me in my DM. Hit me in my DM. Hit me in my DMs if you really, really want to know.
Bring the bag. Answer the deal if it's less than 50. If it's less than 50, don't even answer. But yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time, man. I'm gonna definitely go and check out that intro record. I think the reason I listened to it because it's title intro, and I thought that maybe it was just like a skit or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta check it out though. But yeah, man, peace. Can we see the bird one more time, man?
My baby being bad. He get on my nerves.
You guys send me a picture of like you and Treasure so I can crop it for the promo.
Oh, for sure.
And if you got like a cool one, if not, then I'll just
Look.
use it.
Oh, nigga, look. Yes.
Hey, man, have yourself a dope night, man. Hopefully we can chit chat later.
Thank you for sure.
All right, man. Peace out to everybody. This SOS podcast out.